Hey everybody, welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab, such as it is. I've got this temporary table set up because my lab is torn apart. It's been that way for months now. And so anyway, I'm going to do this review from our living room here real quick because I wanted to get this down on the table, so to speak. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. This is the Todd McFarlane Page Punchers Gorilla Grodd maxi figure, whatever they call them. This is a part of the Page Punchers line, and most of the figures in that line are like 3 3/4 scale. So I'm not really sure why they decided to do Grodd in this size, unless this is really the way he's supposed to be against those. But anyway, I have been keeping my eye out for this figure for a very long time. Andre and I and Matt and Bob ran into this at a Target in South Carolina, and Andre was like, when are you gonna see this again? So here's an experiment. Let's see if I ever see one of these again in the wild. However, I did end up folding to peer pressure and picking this up. It retails for about 40 bucks. That's what I paid for it. Depending on where you are for taxes and all that other good stuff in the world, that's what they cost here in the good old US of A. I don't have a lot to say about the figure in terms of its flexibility and stuff, because it's what you would think it is. It is a big burly gorilla figure, but it does have hinged wrists, elbows, shoulders, fully turnable shoulders. The armor sort of floats on here, so it's not dependent on the arm, which is nice. You can get the arms into different positions, so that you know, the armor never becomes a binding point, and you'll see why I'm bringing that up here in a second. This figure looks great. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little maybe light brown wash to it or something like that to bring out some of the detail. If you look on here, the armor and the helmet have these nice rich dark deep parts, so you know, showing that off in relief is going to be nice. The elbows do have that big old gap, but if you're looking at them from the front, who cares, right? This figure did come with a stand, which is almost funny. They are fairly nicely hinged knees and at the ankle, so you can get a fairly wide stance, fairly dynamic stance on this figure, and not sacrifice a lot of the armor or the the good look of it. And the reason why I'm going to tell you all of that is sorry, it's very warm here these days, so, and I'm out of shape. Let's just call a spade a spade. Anyway, what I'm going to show you here is the last McFarlane Grodd that came out, and kind of compare and contrast. This is very much more like a silverback gorilla in a full suit of armor, more so than this Grodd. This Grodd is a little more stylized. With both of them have the deep white eyes and the very fierce expression. This one obviously, an open mouth, but it is a very Planet of the Apes helmet look, and while it is supposed to cover a fully simian head like that, I like the little more stylized version of this Page Punchers one. I don't dislike this, or I wouldn't have purchased it, of course. They have hinged toes on the bottom here. which are really kind of cool for getting kneeling stances, as well as a hinged ankle and knee. But with this one, the armor is attached to the shoulder of the ape, which is not bad. The design of the armor, it allows for a lot of mobility and everything. But I like the floating football shoulder pads of the Page Puncher a little better. The Page Puncher is obviously a little more comic book, a little bit more animated. This was supposed to be a little bit more sort of Flash universe, if you will. I don't remember when this came out, but it was a couple of years ago. I guess I'll have to research. But you know, I do love the gold skulls on the side of this armor. They both have their pluses and very few minuses. I like them both. But then again, I'm a huge Gorilla Grodd fan. What can I say? Bright light in the office. Make it look bad. This is an amazing figure. I love everything McFarlane does, but they really do big chunky really well. And so in terms of a big fat gorilla for your shelf, you cannot go wrong with this. The head has plenty of sass in there. You can get plenty of tilt, turn, and direction. The arms, like I said, are 360 and independent of the shoulder armors and the chest armor. There is a little bit of ab crunch. There is a little bit of ab crunch in here, but not a tremendous amount, obviously. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna fix them. But there. Back together, no problem. They get put together, they can come apart. Again, there's not a lot of ab crunch like you get with big chunky action figures like this, but who needs it? And I don't do a lot of ab crunching, and I get away with it. The cape on the back is nicely tattered and savage, and the trunks all the way around look great with the loincloth. And like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of a dye and a dust in there to really bring out some of the accentuations of the mold that you can't quite see. But this is the McFarlane Page Punchers Gorilla Grodd maxi figure, I believe they call these things. It's in a huge box, and I found mine at Target somewhere in the wilds of Greenville, South Carolina. So I just wanted to get a review out of this really quick so that you all could, if you feel like it, go hunting for Gorilla Grodd like I did. The glasses are filthy. One more thing I did want to say about the Gorilla Grodd Page Punch. One more thing I did want to say about the Gorilla Grodd. It is called a Page Punchers because it comes with some pages. Let me get the glare off of that. It is a Flash comic featuring Gorilla Grodd and some of the other rogues gallery of Flash villains. The artwork is all sort of very up-to-date and glossy, and it is a story largely that goes along in these Page Punchers, but they talk about Gorilla Grodd getting made. Let's see if I can get that to focus. All right, there you go. Anyway, it's a really neat book, and comes with the Gorilla Grodd. Back to you, which would be me. We found him. Thank you, Andre, for torturing me and for talking me into buying the figure. It's gonna look great. I'm gonna really enjoy having it here in the office when I get the office cleaned. Bunch of Hot Wheels coming up next. So I'll see you again very soon, probably tomorrow, with some die cast. Take it easy, everybody.